Hey guys, just an update here on our DIY off-grid solar. It's about 8:30 in the morning. As you can see, the sun is just barely popping up, and this is what it looks like now. Since a couple of months, I upgrade my roof, my solar system. This is off-grid 48 volt. I think they are probably 7 kilowatt now, and as you can see on our previous video, I have 1.5 kilowatt here. There are 100 watts each panel, and they're 18 volts open circuit, but I upgrade to this massive 360 watts each, and I think this is 7 kilowatt now. I haven't done it properly yet. As you can see, it's still timber, but going to replace this soon as possible. I had my aluminium rail now, so that's just for temporary. But this one is 190 watts if I remember, and there are probably 30 volts open circuit. So by the way, this ray here, it's on one solar charger controller. This is on one solar charger controller. So before, on our previous video, we only have one solar charger controller. Now I extend another one, so if you're planning to add another ray, you just have to have another solar charger controller. So this is maximized now on my solar charger controller. By the way, that one there, it's not working. I haven't hooked up that one, and that one, and this one. So I don't know if you can see here, it's 365 watts. Open circuit voltage is 47.93. So what I do here is I string into 3 to make it reach to 100 volt. My solar charger controller can accept 150 volts max, so I string into 3 just to be able to make that 150 volts, not into max, but yeah, 3, another 3 over there, and 3 over here. So that gives me into maximize my solar charger controller. This is another breaker here. On our previous video, it's a bit messy, so now I try to tidy up, and I add another one string of wire, positive and negative, and this one I string into 4 because I think they are just 30 volts, or yeah, 30 volts roughly. So I string into 4 just to make it into my solar charger controller, and I've put fuse in the middle just for preventing reverse current. I explain that later, but yeah, so this is what it looks like now. I try to maximize my roof so it's not hot, and the time is just 8:30 in the morning. We are here right in the middle in the bush, so as you can see, we don't have power line. Everything appliances here is plugged into solar. So now we'll see how much we are harvesting. It's just 8 in the morning, so we go downstairs. Sorry for shaking video, but yeah, that's how it looks like now. They are pretty big and heavy, and just by myself lifting up that, bring it into roof. So I used to have experiment here. That's just about my size of my old previous solar panel. They are just 100 watts, so I get rid of them. So we go inside. My DIY house still not finished, so this is how it looks inside. That's my old Outback FlexMax 80 solar charger controller, still working. And I found another one here. It's FlexMax Outback as well. It's 60 amps MPPT. They both MPPT. So I just open it up and just clean. Just give it a little bit clean. It still work. So planning this to install somewhere. So at least I have 80 amps and 60 amps. So that's my morning star before, since I was starting building this house. So it's been hit by the lightning. I don't have a lightning protector before. So anyway, this is how it looks like now. The cable underneath of this is battery. If you see on our previous video how big is my battery, there are 12 volts stringed together just to make it 48 volt. So I have a bit experiment there. That's just 12 volts if auxiliary, if I want to plug any 12 volts. Anyway, this is my solar charger controller. It's a Xtutor brand, and this is the inverter. 48 volt, 4000 watts. So pretty much you can consume up to 4000 watts continuous with this inverter. And it's pure sine wave inverter. So the good thing on both, all the same brand, is the communication cable is just talk together. All these appliances is device talk together. So I have my circuit breaker here for PV side, and also circuit breaker 100 amps solar charger controller, and this is for 200 amps for my inverter. So yeah, it's charging. As you can see, the light is blinking. It's almost 30 amps charging. If it becomes solid, it goes to 40 amps, and so on and so forth. So this is another one. So this is my other array of solar. So as you open inside, this is what it looks like inside. Pretty simple. Just put the solar PV and battery. And the dip switch is if you configured into automatic. As soon as you hooked up the battery, the solar charger controller will recognize what voltage system you have. So as of mine now, it's 48 volt. So I put it on 48 volt. But this solar charger controller can do automatic as well, 12, 24 and 48 volt. So that's what it looks like inside. Battery, PB, communication. So communication is communicate this one and that one. So to put it on the display, I will go there in a minute. But yeah, this inverter I'm going to replace soon, up to 8000 watts. So just tune in. Post another video how I'm going to replace this up to 8000 watts, because as you can see on the consumption on my house, I upgrade my aircon as well. This is inverter type aircon, not like before. We have the old one. So one aircon there, and here's another aircon over there, and I have another aircon in the room. So I'm planning to put one more aircon upstairs. But this, if I run all aircon at the same time, my inverter probably goes into maximum. So as you can see here, I just turn on the aircon. At the moment now it's just only consuming 200 watts. So that's the inverter. So I'll put the temperature down. You see, it should go up the wattage. So you can see how pretty good the inverter is. No cranking. It's just slowly the voltage rising up. The wattage rising up. So I think the compressor it's kicking now, but it's just the wattage. As you can see how I wired before, that was from here, and this is the to sense the wattage, and I have my old power meter there. So that's the number, by the way, that's the number since I start this meter. So look at how much it's consumed now for the past how many years. So still not rising up. Maybe the compressor just start to kick in, just 100 watts. I have 2 fridge and freezer, and let's say we switch on this one. I think, yeah, we switch it on that one and see how much. So we have 2 aircon now, so one over there and one on the other side. So this up, you can go up to 4,000 watts, and imagine I'm upgrading this to 8,000 watts. So because I'm charging my electric Nissan Leaf, so I need more power, and I can't use all my appliances at the same time. So see, the inverter is slowly cranking up. There's 2 aircon now, it's running at the same time. It's just about 200 watts, and that's the beauty of inverter aircon. It's just slowly cranking up the wattage, not like the old type aircon. As you can see how really good they are. So anyway, that's just for now. I'll keep you update if I'm going to replace this inverter. Anyway, I'm going to replace that, but yeah, just tune in, subscribe to our channel. For those people comment, just comment below, and yeah, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. For all of our subscribers, thank you very much for tuning us to our channel, and yeah, hope to see you again. Bye.